Hello honey bunnies, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. How is everyone doing today? Okay, my honey bunnies, we're gonna be making some really fun tags today. I want to show you guys how I made this vintage looking tag. I love this moon. It's so much fun. I just absolutely am obsessed with this moon. Now, I got this moon from the pad that I bought at AC Moore. It's called Halloween Vintage, and it's a very, very nice, beautiful pad of paper. It's 12 by 12. I showed you guys that paper in my last video, and I fuzzy cut a lot of the images in that pad, and the moon was one of them. So I'm going to show you how I created this fun tag. I think it's a really cute vintagey tag. It's pretty big actually. It's a pretty gigantic tag, but it just turned out amazing, and I want to show you how simple it is to create this, okay? So let me show you what I did with these and what I used. So what I used for the tag was this black tag that I got at Michael's. I have been having this tag forever. I'm not even kidding you. It's from the Ranger company, and it's kind of like watercolor paper, so you can actually watercolor on this. It's pretty heavy, and I don't really use it because it's black, so I figured this will be a perfect opportunity to use the tag. So we're gonna use that. If you don't have this kind of tag, don't worry about it. Just get a tag that you have, cut it out, use it as a template, use black paper and use it, okay? We're going to use some cupcake liners I have here. These really fun cupcake liners. You're gonna use two. These are the regular size cupcake liners. They're not the minis. And what you're gonna do with your cupcake liner is you're going to take it and you're going to fold it in half, like I do with all my embellishments. Scrunch it in the center, holding it, and you're going to open it up, and you're going to give your cupcake liner a shape and add it to the size that you want, okay? We're gonna need two of these because we're gonna kind of like layer the cupcake liners on top of each other, okay? So here I have two that I have ready for me. Okay, perfect. So in these, what I used was this really beautiful doily that I got last year at Michael's. What I did was I cut this in half, and I used one doily for each tag. And I'm trying to make these doilies last. They're so beautiful, and I don't have too many of them left. I love them. So I'm going to use half. I'm going to make sure there's only one in here. I'm going to cut this in half. And we're going to use one half and add it back here on our tag. And then we're going to add the cupcake liner right over that, okay? So let's add the cupcake liner first and see where you want to place it. So I think I'm going to place my cupcake liner roughly around here. Add some hot glue and add your cupcake liner to your tag. Now that you have your cupcake liner, you can kind of more or less figure out. I feel like there's two in here. There is two. See that? I am saving these and I love them so much. Okay, so you're gonna add this behind your cupcake liner, okay? Just so it can kind of pop out a little bit. Place it where you want to be, where you want it to be placed. Add a little bit of hot glue to the back, just a little bit, so you can maneuver around it and play around with where you want it to go. Like I want mine to go right there, see? And it's gonna pop out a little bit, but not too much. You see that? Kind of looks pretty. Okay, perfect. The second cupcake liner, you're going to also add some hot glue, but this one you're going to add a little bit over. You're not going to put it in the center where you put the first one. You're going to kind of move it over a little bit because you want to give yourself the idea or the illusion that you have double layers, okay? So you don't want to like kind of you don't want to kind of cover the back cupcake liner. You just want to give the illusion that these are kind of layered onto each other, as you can see here, okay? So let's do that. And I'm going to put my cupcake liner roughly around here. Just give it a little bit of a layer. And you can still see that I have two cupcakes here, liners. Okay. And now we're going to bring our moon. So I have my moon here, which is this gorgeous vintage moon. You're going to add your moon to your cupcake liners. However you want to add it. You want to add her like this. You want to add her like this. Whatever you want to do, just add your moon. But make sure that you have yourself this little... Now, these witch hats I bought at Michael's. I love them. I suggest you guys to go get them if you see them at Michael's. Buy 1 or 2 bags. I went to Michael's to get this and they only had 1 bag left. So it's going. So if you see these, make sure you grab 1 or 2 bags. I love them. They're only $3, so it's not really that bad. I'm going to use one of these hats and I'm going to add them to my moon. Because as you can see here, that's what I did with this one. See, I added a really stylish little witch hat to my moon. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So wherever you put your moon, make sure that you know where you're going to put your hat, okay? So I want to put my moon roughly right there. So I'm going to add some hot glue to my moon. I'm going to add my moon roughly like right there, okay? And I'm going to add my hat roughly right there, giving my moon a really stylish look. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue because I don't trust that glue that is going to hold my hat. So that's where I want my little witch hat to go. That looks awesome. And as you can see there, it just looks super adorable. You see that? I love it. Okay, perfect. With this one, I added a little bow. So I have my twine here. And I'm going to make myself a nice little bow so we can add it to the center of the hat. Now, if you don't have twine, then use ribbon. If you don't have ribbon, then use lace. If you don't have lace, use fabric. Just use whatever you have at home. Okay? Make the project work for you. Okay. There goes my little bow that I hate to make. I hate making bows because I'm not really good at it. But I try. So that's my little bow. I'm going to add that bow right in the center of my hat. Add a little bit of hot glue. Right in the center of my hat. And then I'm going to trim off a little bit. I'm going to trim this off a little bit because this is way too long. So let's trim this off. And there you go. See? You should get something like this. Beautiful, right? So beautiful. Perfect. The next step. Okay. We're going to add a second doily on the bottom of the cupcake liner. So for this one, I think I'm going to just add a little piece. So I'm going to cut this out. And I'm just going to add this little piece popping up like this way here. See that? Just a little bit, popping out a little bit. Now I feel this is probably has 2 in there too. So I'm gonna add this back here. Even like back here will be even cool. See that? So let's do that. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue. I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna squeeze him right back here. And that's just gonna, oh, I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. Wait a second. Let's see here. Like that. Yep. I want it to look something like that. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna put a hot glue back here. And I'm gonna hold it like that. And then you're gonna get a doily on each side. See that? You got a doily on this side and you got a doily on this side. And that kind of really looks kind of complete. Beautiful. Okay, the last step is we're gonna add some buttons and we're going to add the ribbon and then we're done. So I have here these buttons that I am obsessed over. I'm gonna use, let's see here. I'm gonna use a black button. I'm gonna use an orange button. And then I'm going to use a medium-sized button. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this orange button right in the back of my cupcake liner, okay? Right here, kind of peeking out a little bit, just like that. I'm going to add my black button right in the top. Right there. And then for my little, let's see here, my little orange one, we're gonna add right here. Now, if you don't wanna add buttons, you don't have to. You can add sequins if you want. Maybe you wanna add flares, you can do that. Or you can just add pom-poms. You don't have to really add buttons if you don't want to. I'm adding my buttons because I really love the button look to it. But you don't really have to if you don't want to. Now, I think that looks awesome. The only one more thing I want to do is with these, as you can see here, I added some like little rhinestones to the middle of the button. So I want to do that for this one. So I have some rhinestones here that I hardly ever use. So we can actually add maybe like we could even do like an orange rhinestone and that would really look pretty. So let's do that. Just a little dab of hot glue. And I'm gonna add the orange ribbon, the orange rhinestone right in the center of the orange button. That gives it a really pretty sparkly look, I would say. I think it does, see that? Very sparkly. And the only last thing we're gonna do is add the ribbon. I have this one that I am obsessed over. I got these while I was thrift shopping and I love using these. I just love them. And I love that it's orange. It's so appropriate for this project. I love it. So I'm going to add the ribbon here. Now, if you don't have ribbon, use lace. If you don't have lace, use fabric. Use whatever you have at home. And I basically am done. That is all I'm going to do for this tag. As you can see here, it looks so pretty and so vintagey, right? I just love it. Now, if you want to add like Happy Halloween over here, you could if you want to. You can even add like washi tape if you want. That will be fun. Maybe you want to add a ribbon or lace or trim. That's also fun and exciting for whoever's gonna get it, so you can do that as well. But I'm gonna leave mine the way it is. I like mine like this. It's very vintagey, very pretty. I just thought that the person who I'm going to be gifting this to, they're going to love it because they really like the vintagey Halloween look. So I think it's perfect. And that, my friend, is how I create these really lovely vintagey looking tags. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys learn, and I hope that you guys will try to make these. If you do, make sure you tag me on Instagram. I would love to see how your work turns out. I hope you guys enjoy watching my series, and I will see you guys on my next one. Make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you soon, honeys. Bye.